All right. Good morning. Good morning. So, just getting these last notifications out. Just give me 1 second. All right. What is up, everybody? What's up, YouTube? What's up, CTM? How's everybody doing this morning? So it is Thursday morning. We're going to take a look at some Forex pairs as well as some crypto assets. So I'm just getting everything set up. I was not ready yet, so I'm ready now. All right. So here's pound yen. We're going to take a look at it right now. In the long term, this thing's in an uptrend. We have had some dollar strength. So pound, dollar, euro, dollar, Aussie dollar, all those things have been falling. Yesterday we had a massive amount of yen weakness, so let's go look at that real quick, which isn't really good if you're looking to short a major versus like the yen, for instance. So you can see yesterday you had that massive down day came in. Today's going to have a gap down according to all the other assets like Aussie yen and euro yen. Everything else is trading lower. So when you're looking to short something, you don't want two weak assets. So if we go over here to the pound dollar, you can see that you are having a red day, right? You are trading below support right now on the pound dollar. The pound yen, however, yesterday had a bullish day. And today, let's get rid of this trend line for now. So today it looks like you're testing the midpoint of the daily, looking for more bullish continuation. However, if you go down to the smaller time frame on the hourly, you can see right now that you're essentially testing a Heath level. So this is a bearish engulfing, aka outside day, but it's on the hourly, so it's not a day. So it's just an outside candle. And you're testing a Heath level or a supply zone. So if this hourly closes at 153.646 or lower, then you can look for possible short entries. Your support is directly under you at 153.426. So as far as picking out targets, it's going to be difficult. What I would say to do if you take the trade, remember, use a small amount as the yen is weak and so is the pound, so you can get a lot of choppy action, or this thing could just end up becoming bullish and moving up. So you want to make sure you have a stop loss set. You want to make sure that when that stop loss is triggered, or if that stop loss is triggered, you lose no more than 1% of your total account's value. The total account. So I know it doesn't seem like much, but when you do this for a very long time, you will notice real quick that losing 1% each time you take a loss is still quite a bit, and you can lose 10 trades in a row, especially learning, right? So, but this is one of the assets that I'm going to be watching very, very closely. Next to the New York Open, I will be watching this level. So if it is unable to close an hourly above that, I will be possibly looking for shorts. And then if you get an hourly closure above 153.779, this trade idea is scrapped. So basically, if this hourly or next hourly trades all the way up to there and closes above this hourly resistance, the short is scrapped. You are no longer looking for shorts on the pound yen. All right. So that's pound yen. That's what I'm looking at. Let's go get Bitcoin done and out of the way. Let me see here. Let's pull it up on Coinbase. Let's go over here to the daily. Now, obviously, Bitcoin's been chopping around. So people's lost interest. A lot of people's lost interest because they lost a lot of money on this push to the downside. But those people that were trying to get back in and whatnot, they've lost interest again because Bitcoin is just trading sideways to down. It is making somewhat of a channel. This peak did poke out of the channel, but this was a bull trap. And you can see that you got further downside continuation. Now on this move, on this push lower, when you did that, you put in a new support down here. So anytime you take out daily support levels with daily closes, then that daily candle becomes your support. You can see you had 3 bullish days after Then you came back in for another test of support, found it, put in a higher bounce. So this hour or this daily candle right here took out this resistance as well as this resistance on a closing basis. Now, is this another bull trap? Well, we have taken out the low of this hourly candle. You are in a downtrend. So Bitcoin needs to start turning around here. It cannot, if it keeps going lower, then you're not looking for longs. Taking a long against a downtrend is never advised, especially for a trade, because the trend is your friend, essentially. So when you're taking these intraday scalps even, you want to be kind of sort of on the same side as the trend. Now, it's understandable that we can take shorts in a longer term uptrend because we're only looking for a daily range expansion. If you're hodling Bitcoin, if you're just buying it piece by piece, expecting to hold on to it for 10 or 15 years, then right now is a good spot to buy. Anywhere from here to lower is a good spot to buy. So it just depends on what your time frame is, what you are looking to do over a span of however long, right? This bullish candle right here, the midpoint of its range is being tested. So that's what Bitcoin is testing right now. If you go look at a smaller time frame, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good to me. This right here, I wanted to see hold, but it did not. All right, so now basically what we are testing is this support. This is an hourly. Can it hold here? Yes, it can. If it holds here, then you will possibly look for bullish entries, but not until. Right? You don't just blindly buy right here expecting it to hold because you have momentum to the downside. You did not have a lot of momentum to the upside, did you? You had one bullish candle, then you traded sideways at resistance, then you broke through resistance, then you rolled back over, tested it as support, and it failed. This is a smaller term head and shoulders pattern. I mean, basically right there would be your neckline. So essentially, it's looking like it wants to head lower. If it does not hold here, you will be looking for lower prices. Next hourly support will be this bearish candle right there. So that would be 32,577. This is for intraday trades, guys. Daily support is all the way down there, right? And in my opinion, if you get back down there, you're going to lose support. It might not happen right away, but if you do come all the way back down to 31,609, this level down here, you will be looking for a breach. July the 1st today. Yesterday we had a quarterly close. That's a big deal. When you have a 3-month candle close, that means you have a whole nother quarter for price to do something, right? So people are going to be taking entries based on what they see on the charts. Bigger banks and institutions. This quarterly right here came all the way down and tested the yearly open. All right, the opening price of this bullish candle is your yearly open. You tested it last quarter and you are still consolidating at the lows. So Bitcoin needs to tear off out of here. But remember, you can get all the way up from 48K to 52K and find resistance there and then look for lower prices if Bitcoin's going to roll over. If Bitcoin has put in a high. Now, we don't know if Bitcoin has put in a high or if Bitcoin has put in a low. We can only watch price and see what happens. But on this channel where we take intraday trades, we're going to be on the right side of the market more times than not. So right now, the quarterly range can take a week or two or even a whole month to get situated before you have your actual trending move. So this first initial push down could be just that. It could be just a push lower to set in the quarterly low, and then you can see higher prices. So don't get too bearish on Bitcoin just yet. If we take out this yearly low right here, then you can look for lower prices. And unfortunately, you got support all the way down there. But I don't see Bitcoin going down there though. That's the thing. Whenever Bitcoin has put in a new all-time high and broke above it, there has only been one instance in Bitcoin's entire history where it traded back down to that old all-time high. Only once. Every other time, it never traded back down to its old all-time high. So there's your old all-time high, 19,000, just call it 20K. If Bitcoin trades all the way back down to there, then you can say, yeah, Bitcoin's doing something a little bit different than it usually does. At that point, then, it is what it is. Hopefully by now you've already learned that it's about holding this asset for a longer term. If you want to take intraday scalps and trades, then look to do it on other assets. Let's go to pound dollar real quick. Pound dollar is taking out daily support right now as we speak. However, it's the close that matters, not just trading below support. But if you look at every other time frame, it looks exactly like it's bearish. All right, here's your 4-hour support right there. There, caught and held, and then you got a smaller bounce. That was a beautiful entry. I wouldn't have taken it being that close to support, but there it was. Boom, you're down below support. So if I pull this daily support level up there to the 4-hour support level, you can see how it held beautifully, flawlessly, in fact. And then you trade it up, and then that was your entry to the downside if you were taking it. So now what you will be looking for a bearish continuation, if it's going to continue, you do not want to see this candle right here get a close above. That price is 38108. That's going to be your supply level that you're going to want to look to see if it holds or not. All right, that would be in my opinion, the entry to the downside. How far can we go? Well, we're trading below daily support. We got a larger range Heath level right there, or demand zone. So you can look, that is the wrong tool, trading view. What is wrong with you? You can look for it to trade at least all the way down to there, 1.37348. That'd be your next area of possible support. So if you are able to get in on a retest of that 4-hour level at 1.38123, that would be at least my longer term target. Obviously, first term target would be low of day. Low of day. That would be your first target. That would be the target in which you would take off a majority of the position and move your stop down to break even to see if you can catch a further move to the downside. And that would be the very first spot that I would be looking for. Now, speaking of the quarterly on this thing, we had an area that we were watching to see if the pound was going to stay above it or get below it on a weekly closing basis. That was right there. So this is a 3-month chart, your quarterly. So this quarter, you traded up above that level and you failed. Last quarter, same thing. You got above that level and you failed. Now, if you also remember, I had a trend line here as well. Right here from the very, very top of pound dollars. Put it on log and you can see, boom, boom, that's 2 rejections. So what are we waiting for on the pound? Because if this fails here, we can look for lower prices, massive lower prices, as pound has never had a quarterly on the log scale trade above that trend line on a 3-month closing basis. Now, I'm not going to get too bearish on the pound, like I said, because the very first beginning of the quarter, like you can spend a whole month putting in the very first move. That does not mean that's going to be the direction for the rest of the quarter, as prices trade crazy, right? We know that. How can I draw this out? So your ranges generally go like this. That's what a daily range expansion looks like, and same for the daily going down. Usually you'll have a move to the upside and then your move to the downside, right? That's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. So we could see something like that, a small range and then a bounce out, but we're not going to be looking for it, as it's already told us that we're pretty bearish, right? We're dropped back below that level. We do need to get some weekly closures below here. You can see last week was a choppy week. You essentially traded up into this bearish weekly candles midpoint range where you found resistance. Now you are seeing that follow through, that continuation to the downside. So as a price action trader, we are looking for shorts on the pound. Even though it's longer term, it's in an uptrend. Massive weekly support is all the way down here at 36693. So we will be looking for shorts to that area. Once we get to that area, we will no longer be looking for shorts on the pound dollar, as that's a pretty big swing low in this section of price. So that's what we're looking for, guys. Here is weekly support, and you are trading below it right now. All right, just now. There you go. That weekly support is also daily support. And you can see that you're trading beneath it. So right now you have to look for smaller term, short time frame entries, looking for shorts to the downside. And we will go from there. This level is it, right? So if you go back to your daily, that puts you down here on this swing low. I said look for resistance or support above it, right above there. All right, that's your Heath level. So this big bearish candle here is going to be very important. But there are your next levels on the pound dollar, unless it gets a bid. If you get a bid and you close above this swing high up here, you're going to be looking for bullish prices. All right, and we're at a pivotal spot in all these markets because of that quarterly close. Thank you, AC, for the super chat, my friend. And you are welcome. I thank you so much. You didn't have a question, so sorry for Bitcoin, because you said if hourly holds, you might look for longs, but if it's below 20 and 20 below 50, you're looking for shorts. I'm not exactly sure what you're asking, my friend, but you can ask it again. On the hourly on Bitcoin, let me see real quick. No, it's on the, I keep moving these things around and I keep getting confused. Yeah, so I mean, you're trading below this level right now. This is your hourly support, right? It's just the hourly support. So you don't want to see an hourly close below it. If you do get an hourly close below it, you can look for lower prices, at least down to this level right here, 32,577.05. So if you fail here, look for there. Look for support to test that. But it's got to fail there first. This thing could trade like this for another 2 hours, 3 hours, just testing this level and not breaking. And then you could get one fail swoop all the way down to that level. So if it happens, it could happen fast. And if not, it could give you a setup short to the downside. But that would be about where I'd be looking to take off some of the position, would be at the next area of possible support. All right, Euro USD. Mr. Ed has already taken a profitable downside short on this asset this morning. He must have caught it during the London Open. So far, the London Open has put in the high of day. But you can see right now you're getting a bout of bullishness. So this is the thing. This is the reason why I say I do not like to take shorts at lows. Can this be another entry? Yes, it can. Here's 4-hour resistance right there. One spot 18566. 4-hour closes at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If this candle is above this level when it closes at 9, you're looking for higher prices. You're not looking to short this asset, not today. All right? Because today, I mean, technically you could go all the way up to here and still be bearish, right? That would get you above all these stops here. Would be a fantastic spot to enter as long as you start to see some rejections. So let's go see if we can find something on an hourly in that range. Here's something here. So there's your push lower. Nah, in my opinion, if you get above, you're going to go higher. Here's why. It's going to be looking for this area of price, one spot 1850. It's going to come all the way up to there, or look to go all the way up to there. Could it use that swing low instead? Yes, it could. Yes, it could. So let's get rid of this, or actually, let's just put it up there. All right. So let me give you the narrative here. You've pushed down. This was a strong push to the downside. This is an hourly chart. Push down. This not been tested. But this candle down has basically essentially tested all of this one. This one here, I guess you could say is the same thing, because you got a wick down, right? And then here's this wick traded back up. So this candle's been tested. The majority of it. This candle's been tested. So you don't want to see this area get above, right? If it gets above, then you're looking for higher prices. And I can't see any specific reason as to what those higher prices would be looking for. In my opinion, everything has been well tested. This up here was not. So this would be where you'd be looking for bullish or price to get eventually. Okay, so is that likely? Probably not. But Still, you're trading at the lows. This is why we don't necessarily take shorts, but being an intraday scalper, it gives us a lot more availability in what we can look for, essentially, because we're in and out. Bam, bam. Done for today. Profits in the bank. We're moving on. So now you're putting in what looks to be like kind of sort of a bullish reversal pattern. But just keep watching that hourly spot right there. Get an hourly closure above that. You're not looking for share. Last quarter, we traded back up into it. And this is your main resistance up here. I'm just going to move this line so it doesn't get too convoluted. There you go. So this is new resistance for anything that trades up into it, but your ultimate resistance is this over here. All right, because it's already been tested as resistance twice and has already confirmed itself as resistance twice. So this time, if you get a quarterly that trades up into this level here, then that's going to be a spot that you could possibly look for shorts. However, in my opinion, if you get back up here, you're going higher. All right, because here is your bullish move on the quarterly. Forget all these other candles. Only look at these 3 candles. All right, here's you put in a low, bullish, bullish, bullish. What happened last quarter or 2 quarters ago? You pulled back. You pulled back into the low or the opening price of this quarter, and then you found bullish move. You got all the way up into resistance, and now you've had a pullback. So does this look like failure, like bearishness? The only way we will know is if we start getting closes below this. And I'm not talking about quarterlies, but I do at least want to see a weekly below that. And if you go into a weekly, you can see this swing low here. So weekly close below this swing low. Yeah, we're going lower. This was a lot of bearishness that came in off of the FOMC meeting. So you can't really look at it as much. You're testing weekly support, right? Weekly support. Today is Thursday. So tomorrow this thing is going to be played out whichever direction it goes. So once again, if you get back up into here, you won't be looking for shorts. You will actually be looking for this thing to break. If we do get back up into there, I will be targeting this bearish candles wick high right there. That's what I will be looking for if we get back up there. So the first part of this quarter can come down, test support, and then get a push higher. If you don't get that, like I said, if you start trading below there, then you can look for short side setups because you can get a longer term trade all the way back down to 1.12187, which would be a fantastic swing trade, right? So that's what we're looking for. We're in one of those areas where it's like, I don't know, are we going to go higher or are we going to go lower? So this is basically chop, but it was 2 nice trends, right? So we will see. This is that quarterly range. Boom, boom. So that's what you're in. Lower, you're going to look for that to hold a support. Higher, resistance, until it's broken on a weekly closing basis. As of right now, it's trading inside of your quarterly range. CAD Yen, looking good. Found support. It's moving higher. That's coming off from the yen weakness as well as oil strength. Here's your oil, boom, straight up. Had a nice little pullback into support, boom, moving higher. Do I take these trades? Only scalps, only scalps. When you're trading at the highs like this, you are at exhaustion risk. Meaning you could get a big, fat, nasty bearish candle straight to the downside as all your buyers have been exhausted. All right? But it's still moving higher. It's absolutely trading above daily resistance right now. And your daily resistance is going to be 74.19. So this is why CAD Yen is starting to see a bit of a bounce, right? Because CAD is a major oil producing country. So as long as its oil prices are cruising up, you can see this thing's been cruising up, right? So with yen weakness today, that's also going to give it fuel to the fire. Is there a trade to look for on this? Well, you're trading at the high of day right now. So if you get a pullback down to here, as long as it's not in 1 hour, to be honest with you guys, I don't see a pullback coming all the way back down to there by the New York Open anyways. It's 6 o'clock. The New York Open's in 3 hours, or 2 hours. So the next 2 candles would have to be straight down to get a test of support. So you could possibly watch the last hourly close, right? This last hourly close, see if you get back down to there and see if that holds as support. If so, then you can look for a little bit higher, but you're coming into resistance. You're coming into resistance. So I would probably leave it alone as it's at the top of the day. Look at USD yen. I took a trade on this thing the other day, and it was a good trade. It was a small trade, and then I took profits, and then I got stopped out. So yesterday was the day I should have taken the trade. Because yesterday was the day you had a big range expansion day. So on the day that I took the trade, almost inside day. And we didn't take out these lows until the later part of the day. So I should have been paying attention to it, looking for bullish continuation as it set up for us nicely. I was just a day early. 1 day early. It's all good. I don't fret over such things because I know there's going to be more opportunities elsewhere. But what I'm saying is all the yen pairs are going straight up. CAD yen, USD yen, Aussie yen, all these things trading up. Look, bullish on the day. New Zealand yen, bullish on the day. Pound yen, that's the pound yen. That's the first trade we were talking about. That's why I said hourly closure above this level, you're not looking for shorts anymore. Just be on the safe side. I said you're definitely not looking for shorts if you get above 153.779. Just play it safe. If you get an hourly closure above 153.646, you're not looking for shorts anymore. As long as it's unable to close above that, then yeah, in my opinion, you can look for downside setups targeting 153.356. This down here. All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Those are about all the things that I wanted to look at today. So if you got any questions, ask away. Good morning, Ajith. What's happening, my brother? Ed D, Anthony Silva, Andy, Wes, Tom O'Donnell, D Fox 97. Morning, people. Heath, I've been looking at as many of your vids as I can recently, trying to soak all the valuable information I can. That's fantastic, D Fox E97. Just remember one thing, my friend. You cannot rush success. So you are not trying to do so, okay? Just give it time, let it do what it wants to do, and eventually it'll start to soak in, and you'll be able to make a profitable strategy out of this stuff. Top of the morning to you, Tom. Good morning, good mornings, all the good mornings. Michelle family, he's sorry late to the party, got distracted. Elon's tweets. Good morning, Michelle. Ian, is Ian your husband, Michelle? I just noticed that the other day. He has the same last name as you. The Agile Leader. Morning all. Got my Americano and psyched to be here. Good morning, my friend. What's up, Jay Bradley? Dan, Jay, everybody. Thank you again for this stream. Lifesaver. I don't know about that, but thank you for the compliment, my friend. Can you see New Zealand dollar USD breaking down a recent lows, or do you think this is a new low? Cheers, bud. Wondering if the recent spike on the 4 hour was a dead cat bounce or a sign of Let's go look at it, my friend. I got it right here. New Zealand USD. The Kiwi. All right, so down here's daily support. You're finding support at the close of the... Nope, you're not. So let's go find the support. Why are you finding support there? Well, there's an 8 hour. That's why you are finding support there. So that is right now your support to beat for continue. Oh, this is a 12 hour. My bad. 12 hour chart. This is your support. You can see that it's not Heath saying that's support. The price is saying that this is support. Why is this support? It's the close of that bearish candle, and you have not been able to close another 12 hours since down there. You are attempting to. So are we looking for more prices to the downside? Well, I can tell you this much. You've had a lot of downward pressure on this asset as of late, thanks to the FOMC we had. This was just a dead cat bounce, essentially. Yes, I believe so. The reason being is because you got above 12-hour resistance. Was there daily resistance there? No, there wasn't. Was there 8-hour? Probably. Yeah, there was 8-hour resistance right there. You got above it, and then immediately you had to fail to the downside. That's what we call a bull trap. When you get a close above resistance, and then immediately you see a reversal on the same time frame, taking out the low of your bullish candle. So any pushes back up into the bullish candle will be looked at as selling opportunities, and then there you go. There's your continuation. Here is that 12-hour support. It is trying to break it. It is trying to break it. Unfortunately, though, until it does, you don't know if you're going to go lower, right? If you do get a break of that level, first area that I would be looking to take profits would be above 0.69386, as that's your next area of support on the 8-hour. All right. See how good it is on the 8-hour? That was your 12-hour support. Look at 8-hour support. It gets it perfectly. Support. Boom. 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 You're testing it again. This candle closes at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. If you get a close below 0.69778, you can look for bearishness. Target this wick low. That would be your first target, as that would be low of day. Actually, that would be low of yesterday. Low of yesterday. That would be your first target. That's when I'm taking off 2/3 of my position, right? Moving my stop down. This would be my ultimate target, but I would already have taken profits at that target. If you do not get a close below here, you can target high of day. High of day. Stop below the wick of this bearish candle. All right, that's what I'd be looking for on this asset. Let's go look at the hourly. Ah, man, I just can't get long on this, though. It looks disgusting. So here's your main support, but you can see right now you have hourly support right above you. I guess this would be high of day. How many pips would that be? 22 pips. So that's a legitimate target for a daily scalp. If you get up there, you're probably going to break above that. So that would be target for bullish continuation, or bullish, your first bullish trade on this asset, since it's been coming straight down. That's your bear flag. Boom, that's your break. Found support again. Yeah, it'd be safe to say, bro, this is your hourly support right here. So instead of watching till 9 o'clock, watch hourly close below that level right there, because this confirms support to the downside on your hourly. So if you get an hourly closure below our 8-hour level, 1 hour candle closure below 69778, you're looking for downside. If you do not get that closure, you're looking for upside. You've had 2 days that have been basically inside days. There's the wick high, there's the wick low. You're an inside day today. This is not an inside day because it did take out the low of this day. So this does not constitute an inside day. However, you can see that is that day's high right there. You are red on the day, but you are trading inside. You are an inside day. So are we going to stay an inside day? To be honest with you, I doubt it. I mean, 2 inside days, like I said, that doesn't constitute an inside day, but it's close enough. It's a very small range candle compared to this one. So you could get a couple more inside days, but I would be looking for either the high or the low of this candle to get broken. That's your main support level right there, 69.8778. This would be your target, low of day. If you get the hourly close below that level, unable to get the hourly close below that level, your target would be high of yesterday, right there, 70066 for bullish targets. Hopefully that helps, my friend. There's AC's comment. With the 50 above the 20, no longs. Oh, you're talking about moving averages? Let's go look at them real quick. On Bitcoin. Yeah, you're not looking for longs, man. Look at this. So your indicators would have told you not to look for longs. Why? There's your 50 test on this bullish push. That's why you're seeing selling coming back into the market, guys. Algos and bots are programmed to take trades off of moving averages and stuff, right? They're looking. That's why sometimes technical analysis and looking at your indicators, your MACDs, your RSIs, your stochastics, all your moving averages, from simple moving averages to EMAs to DMAs. You got Bollinger Bands and thousands of indicators. You have a death cross on the daily. That is when a 50 EMA crosses a 200 EMA to the downside. That is called a death cross. This is your momentum check. Boom, that's your RSI. You tested right up into the 50. Pay attention to the RSI on the daily only. On the daily only. Here's your 21. This looks to me like it was a bull trap. There's your break and close above your 21. There's your break and close back below your 21. So now you're seeing downside continuation. Right? Downside continuation. Just looking at price alone, I mean, it's in a downtrend. And this is why I say you're not looking for bullish trades in a downtrend unless it finds support, right? Has it found support? Well, since the last time it traded down here, it put in a new support. And you've been trading sideways ever since. So, yeah, I mean, it's put in a support, but is it going to be the support? I doubt it, man. That was a flawless entry for short side setups, right? Or not a flawless entry, but you probably could have found one. Remember, I was long the other day on algo, but only for the push up, right? Now we've gotten that where it looks like, boom. So you never even really did get a perfect setup either. Because once you left this area, here was support. Yeah, you did, I guess. Technically, that was it, right? You're looking higher, but on the daily, all your oscillators and moving averages and everything points bearish. So, yeah, you get a break below there. There's your hourly close below. Here's your hourly test of your Heath level there. Ran away with it. So now what are we doing? We're not doing anything, man. We're going to let this thing play out. There's your hourly close below support. You'd be looking for this here. 32,577 spot 05 is the next bearish target. You're a wonderful teacher and I really appreciate you. Thank you, KF, for saying that, man. Like I said, guys, I want people to be successful and I'm tired of all the garbage on YouTube. Ain't none of that stuff going to help you. This stuff will. Absolutely. If you want to be a trader, you need to subscribe to my channel. Sorry for BTC, but you said, okay, I think I've answered that, AC, and thank you once again for the super chat, my friend. What's up, Giles? How are you doing this morning, my friend? Nithis Kumar, your stream is losing frames, your voice on the stream, but everything you do on the screen is showing up after 15 seconds. I'm not losing that many frames, my friend, not like usual. Usually it's a lot worse than this. So apologies. I can't do anything until Elon sends me his satellite. I've already paid for it, so Elon, send me my satellite, please. Look at gold. Yeah, let's go look at gold. XAU USD. But yeah, it is what it is. I can't do anything about the internet. Let's go look at the daily on your Mr. Gold. The FOMC really put a hurting on a lot of these things, man. Bearishness. And then you put in what looked like a bear flag. And then you got a bear break of daily support right there. So that was support. Now that's support. Where is resistance? Right there. 1782 spot 995. 959. So bears are in control. Right? RSI. Anything below 50s bearish control. Anything above 50s bullish control. Bears are in control. Where's your EMAs? EMAs are up here. You got your 21 crossing your 200. It's not extremely bearish, but see here, you just got a bull cross on gold not too long ago. Right there, May 21st, 2021. 2021, excuse me. There's your golden cross. When your 50 EMA crosses above your 200 EMA, that's your bullish golden cross, right? So people are getting extremely bullish on gold. That's why we were looking for a retest of that level. But FOMC had other things. That is a legitimate break because you took out your support level with a massive close. So that makes basically your support becomes like the midpoint of this bearish candle. That legitimizes that level. Also legitimizes that move. Then you got bearish continuation. So until you get a daily close above 1782 spot 995, you will be looking for short side setups. Until you get a daily closure above that. Is this in an area to short right now? Yep, probably. But see, this is the thing. A lot of other things are trading at lows right now. Remember pound USD, euro USD, all these things are trading at lows. So we could see a big bullish day today because of everybody short. Since everybody is short, you can get a big range day if you do catch some shorts off sides. As they will have to hit their stops. Let me put some water in my cup. Alright, sorry for that, guys. I should have been more prepared. So, basically, since everybody's short, you're seeing a little bit of bullish move off the lows down here. I wouldn't be necessarily looking to take this short, because you traded down right here, but this is hourly support. So you've got your daily levels. Here's your hourly. So basically, what this means is if you break this hourly, your next hourly support 1772.32, then 1770, then 1768. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing. You got to get that break below. So this may be a setup for a long. Only for an intraday long. Right there is resistance. So target high of day. There's your high of day right there. So if this doesn't break, you'll be looking for longs and you will only be taking out that high. That would be your target. You will take profits. As soon as that target gets taken out, you're not going to be greedy and say, hang on, I took this maxed out leverage to 100x and I want this thing to go all the way up to $2,000. Don't do that. Please. That's how you get hurt. Take profits. When you take profits, then you can adjust your stop loss to above break even, and then you can let that 1/3 piece ride all the way up to 2K if it wants to go back up there. Always take profits, guys. On scalping. If you're trading the CTM entry on the 8 hour, that's different, right? That's different. I'm talking about if you're doing my strategy, make sure you take profits and move your stop to break even. So watch this hourly close, 1774.610. Hourly close below that, you're looking lower. As long as the hourly cannot close there, target high of day. Good morning, Heath. I love the idea of get in, get out, live a life. What do you see as a criteria for taking the rest of the day, week off? Is it monetary goal, pip goal? No, I'm a trader, man. I do it for the love of the game. I watch the charts 24/7 almost. When FX is closed, I still watch crypto charts. I just love it. I love everything about it. So everybody's gonna be different, obviously. If you can maximize this to where you can hit a 2 trade victory on the week, be done for the week. Take the rest of the week off. If I get 2 losses during the week, I'm done for the week. I take the rest of the week off. That you could do the same for wins. 2 wins, boom, done, out of here. Oh yeah, about that. I'm going to my mom's this weekend, out of town for the 4th of July. Plus, she just lost her mom. So I am going to be going out of town. I will have my computer with me, but I will not be doing any live streams, as obviously I'm not packing everything up over there. So unfortunately, there probably will not be any live streams until Monday, maybe Monday morning or something. I'll do one because I should be back home by then. So apologies in advance for that. I love how every scope of the world with their own eyes. Very exciting. Thank you. Is it too late to enter CAD yen for a swing? For a long, in my opinion, yeah. This would have been basically when you would have wanted to get in. So right now you're getting into resistance. You can see how many candles is in this range of price. So from 93.98 all the way down to 89.932 plus the 90 spot, right? In FX, those levels, oh crap, that's history. We don't want to look at that, do we? I meant to put Alt H. Here we go, right there. So let's go into this. Hit the coordinates 90. That's a big fig. Your 90 big fig. That's gonna hold it. This is why you got so much stuff happening around this price, right? So you're trading into resistance, essentially. Your entry would have been down here at support for a long, and you would have been taking profits out here. I know it sounds like I'm talking back in hindsight, but anybody that's been watching me long enough knows that they know this is how I trade. It's not hindsight for me, right? That's what you're looking, that's where your entry is. That's where your target would have been. So no, I wouldn't be getting into it now for a swing. Absolutely not. I would want to see it test the support back down here at least, and a hold, and then you would have a swing low to at least put your stop against. If you take a long here and put your stop all the way down to there, that's a big move in price just to tell you you're wrong. I would rather be told I'm wrong quicker. So that's why I wait for support tests. This is resistance, so it was broken out. This was kind of a support test, but not really either. So, I mean, you still haven't even tested support. So wait on that. Wait on your support test. Well, that's not going to be support. This will be support. So wait for price to come back down to here. Make sure you're not closing hourly candles below it, and then look to get long, as that gives you a better risk to reward. But you can't do it right now, my friend. I love how everyone's... Oh, I read that. The number of these sessions that I have marked as watch again. Great info. Nobody giving this level of love detail other than your own personal Jesus, Jordan. Yeah, it's a very underrated, undiscovered channel, I am afraid. Can you define small trade, please? A small range. When I say a small trade, I mean a range as far as how many pips was successful on the trade. So anything under 30 is a small trade. Anything over 30 is a big trade. So like if you hit a trade for like 20 pips, that's a nice small little winner, right? Because how much you make on each pip is going to be defined by how many pips you risk and what your total account size is. So how much you risking per pip is going to be totally independent, right? It's going to be, well, individual. So when I say small, that's what I'm talking about, small pips. Ed D says smash the like, and if you guys wouldn't mind, I really would appreciate it. It does help the channel, and the more people that can get this info, the better they would be. So thank you for that, and please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please do that. It helps as well. Good morning from Switzerland, says Heinrich M. Good morning, Heinrich. Ian is my hubby. That's what I figured. That's awesome. Both of you guys are in CTM. I see both of you here. That's fantastic. Thank you for that. Oliver, hello from Switzerland too. Two Swiss people. The Swiss Alps. Just curious, my life counter says only 6. Is that right? Wait a minute, what? My life counter says only 6. Is that right? I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Goodness gracious, I'm way far away. Where was I at? There's Ed. Going on? Computer shorting out. So I guess it is, according to what Ajith's saying, I guess I am lagging up pretty bad. I mean, yeah, it's the amount of frames that I've dropped is only 1.9%. That's not, usually it's like 50%. So it seems like it's doing okay. I don't understand what's going on, but apologies. That's all I can say, man. There's nothing I can do about it. It's not a money problem. It's an absolute where I live problem. Hi, Heath. Do you have a specific video in which you explain Heath levels? Yes, Jack Mon. There is a video in a playlist called Beginner Traders Start Here. And the title of the video is like finding intra-trend levels to look for trades or something like that. It's in that playlist. Could you check the NZD Yen 3-minute chart if you have time? NZD Yen 3-minute. All right, let me see. I don't have it over there, so let's go over here. NZD JPY And you said 3 minutes specifically. Well, it's bullish. Yeah, that's what you're looking for, basically. That's your range expansion to the upside. This is the thing, though. You put in a high, and then you took that high out, and now you're basically trading sideways. Do you want to look to enter here? Not me. I would much rather enter, like, down here. So, let me see here. That's an old swing high. So, I mean, 3 minute support's down here at 770, 77, 774. I mean, the last closing bearish candle, the lowest closing bearish candle is going to be support. It doesn't matter what time frame. It will be support for that time frame. So, if you get down there and you get a closure, you could be looking lower. The problem is when you get on such small time frames like this, it makes it a little bit more difficult to see what's going on. Right, I use the daily to see where yesterday's high and lows was, and then I usually use 4 hour, hourly, 8 hour, and then when I'm going down to drill in to actually get a position, that's when I use the 5 minute chart. I don't watch the 5 minute chart all day, right? I'm not sitting here watching it all day. I watch the hourly mostly. The hourly is probably my favorite chart. Like, I can take trades and never ever look smaller than an hourly. I can get flawless perfect entries on it as well. So hourly support is also that 3 minute support. It's the same price. Oh no, it's not. 77806 is hourly support. So just watch that. Alright? Just watch that. Okay. How about ADA? Yeah, let's go look at Cardano. I think it was doing good last night. Probably is not doing so good today. Or yesterday. Yesterday it had this. You see, this is why you don't get too excited over big bullish candles. Because I remember this happened yesterday. This boom, big explosion to the upside. And that was a shorting opportunity. Unfortunately. Now, we didn't know it was going to be a shorting opportunity, but we could have watched that hourly support. There's boom. You get up into it and you fail again, and then you take out the low of support. So on this retest of that bullish candle was an entry short, because the hourly chart was telling you that it was failing at resistance. Hourly fail. There's resistance. Hourly push up. Close right below it, which is good. That generally means you're going to break it. But then the next one, you traded up, and then you took out the entire range of this hourly candle. Every subsequent push after was taken out. There's your bearish close under hourly support. This would have been hourly support, as that's your lowest closing bearish candle. That one took it out. So now what you need to see is you need to see an hourly take out the bullish close. So that way resistance has been taken out. That's not what you got, right? There's your close. Here's your push up into your bullish candle. Right there, that's your short swing high. Right there's your stop. Poof. See ya. Price will tell you what it's doing if you know how to look at it, guys. That's what I'm here for. That's why I started the channel. It will explode once people realize that the information that I'm teaching over here is absolutely the best information that you can get on the whole YouTube when it comes to technical analysis. That's a big boast, I know it is, but show me someone whose technical analysis is better than mine. All right? So right now on Cardano, it's going to do what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin is the tide that lifts all ships. So if the tide goes out, then so will the ships. They will go lower. There is daily, right? Here's your daily. There was resistance. 2 daily closes above resistance. This was a stop run and a fake out. See, this is why I say, guys, when you see big wicks, do not assume, okay, if you see a big wick on a bullish candle, do not assume that that is buying pressure. It's a pullback on a smaller time frame chart, right? So oftentimes you will get these big wicks like this, and then they never get tested again like this, right? But this isn't a big wick, right? That's not buying pressure. Here you are. You're going back down to take that low out as we speak. Once you take that low out, next area of support is going to be 1.25080 right here. That bearish candle, that's going to be your next level of support. If you take out this low, it's a pretty good bet that you're going to get there at least. Then you're going to get a bounce from here, more than likely. How big of a bounce? Probably up into this bearish candle. And at that point, you could probably look for shorts. Let's see, what is our... Yeah, you're still below 50. You're still below 50. So until you get above that, come back in and check the 50 on the bullish side, and then get a bounce, you're still short. People are still looking short on this. Not just me, professionals. And also on the daily, which you don't have enough data on this chart to even populate a 200 EMA, but on your 20, your 50, you've crossed, your 100, you've crossed. Everything is above it, right? So that's not good. You want your price to be above your moving averages for bullishness. If price is below your moving averages, that's not bullish, it's bearish. So yeah, unfortunately, am I calling a bear market? No. Is price bearish? Yes. It's two different things, right? I got news for you. If we're still trading down here at the end of this month, I will call a bear market. If you are not trading higher by the end of this month, you will have been off the highs by 50% for more than 2 months. That would be a bear market. So you got a month to prove otherwise. But right now, price is bearish on every crypto asset. Do you do mentoring or teaching outside of YouTube? Thanks for the insight. I mean, there's a link in the description for CTM's Discord. There's like almost 2,000 people in there. That's Jordan's Discord. I have my own Discord for people that are just mainly looking for scalping strategies only, right? If you want to be a swing trader and focus more on Bitcoin, stuff like that, CTM. If you want to become a day trader, mine. Yeah. And I'm in them all day, every day. That's what I do. I trade and answer questions. That's my job. So yeah, I mean, that's it though. I do not do like one-on-ones for $50 an hour or something. No, I don't do that. I do not. USD GPY, it's breaking out. Went long at 111, spot 117 last night. Still riding it. That's a fantastic trade. I don't like the fact that you took the trade last night, but you know what? If it's working, you can't be down on it, right? That's your low of day. So congrats, my friend. You took a long at the low of day. Yeah, that's a good trade. Great job, my friend. 3 internet, please. Great job. Now, I would suggest you take some profits. Not all. Just take the risk off the table. Make it a trade. Use their money. Take your money back out of the market. Move your stop up to break even and see what happens. I always take profits. So, yeah. You traded. You got in at the low of day. Kudos, my friend. And I gotta wrap it up, guys. Unfortunately, it's 3 minutes after, and I want to get ready. Plus, I'm looking at maybe possibly entering that pound yen trade. Probably not now that it's bullish, so we will see. All right, guys. With that, I have to say I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Make sure you trade safe. Make sure you trade smart, and happy trading, everybody.